Hey folks, today is going to be my last modification on the 2019 Yamaha Bolt. I will be installing the Badlands run, brake, and turn Illuminator module. So let's go ahead and see what's in the package and we'll get started. So here's what comes in the package. You got the run, brake, turn Illuminator module, couple zip ties, and then you have some butt connectors, splicer, as well as some battery terminal connectors. And then you have the instructions. Now I'm going to open this up real quick and show you on the metric side, since this is a Yamaha, and it has a list of different types of brands. And so here's Yamaha for the Bolt. And I did confirm that the left turn signal cable is brown and the right turn signal is dark green. Now in this diagram, it shows a different color. So for example, right turn signal, it's showing brown. That's not the case. Like I said, it's dark green and then brown on the left. So we'll have to tie all these in order to allow that turn signal, those turn signals, to be run, brake, and turn. So I will tie all these in and I will break it down shortly. So as you can see with the bike on, all you have is that tail light, which is run and brake. Here's the turn signals. Here's the brake. That's all you get. So we're about to change that. So first we got to take off the seat, and in order to do that, you have to take the side panel off, and it doesn't just come off, you have to use the key. And then you have to pop out back here on the right, and then just wiggle it on out. And there you go. Now there's a bolt right here. That is a 10mm bolt. So once you remove that, then it'll release the seat. You gotta put a finger on it or you'll end up losing that bolt down in here. I'm sure it'll fall to the floor, but just in case. Now it's just a matter of just push forward and the seat comes right off. That's simple. So here's the rear wiring harness. I'm gonna go ahead and remove this band. That way I can move this out of the way because we need to get to the battery. Here's the negative, over here's the positive. So I'll disconnect the battery, and this also gives us access to the rear cable wiring that we'll have to splice into. But until then, I need to unplug this to give myself better access. There we go. All right, as you can see, I've started peeling back some of this wire shield so I can expose the wires going back to the turn signal and the tail light. There is a little cable management there. I'd mentioned it before. You don't have to break this. You can just pop it off, and there's a little tab there that'll pop it right out so you can just reuse it if you want to. So here's the turn signal cables. As I mentioned before, brown is your left turn signal, dark green is your right on the Yamaha Bolt. And obviously you got your black, which is your ground, and then blue, that is your running light. And so here is your tail light for your run and brake. And so the yellow will give you your brake, and again the blue will give you your running light. This particular blue running light is going to the light for the license plate. If you had the big ugly plastic piece that's on from factory, which this one doesn't, and you probably saw from a previous video where I installed the license plate onto the rear axle. So either one of these will work, but you still got to tie into the yellow, obviously, so you can have the brake light into the turn signals. So whichever you choose, whichever's easier. Seems like this would probably be easier because it's less wires going to here, to here, to here, and you're good to go. Obviously, you got to tie into the battery. All right, as you can see, I got everything connected. There's a lot to explain here, so I'm not going to get too much into it. My run, brake, turn Badlands Illuminator module is connected up. I got the battery hooked back up. The tail light and the left and right turn signals have been connected again. They're ready to test. I just want to go back and note for the Yamaha, it is true that the left turn signal is brown and the right is green. So this is obviously not 100% accurate. So I just labeled the right turn signal as dark green, like it states here. And then obviously the left turn signal, it's violet here, but I labeled it brown. Just follow these instructions, you shouldn't have a problem. Just remember with these two, splice it. I kind of made a little bit of mistake here on how I spliced it. I'd never used these before. So I kind of had to end up doing this. I actually cut the running blue line for the running light. And so I ended up using buck connectors, connect that and then splice it again. So, but it should be fine. We'll test it here in a minute. But again, everywhere it shows butt connectors, just follow where you cut the lines. This just follow where the module goes, and it'll tell you each color to connect to. In this case, the brown, and each color connect to the green, which is brown to green and yellow to green. So it's pretty straightforward. Again, I'm not going to go through every single one of these. I just wanted to show you what I did. It is a mess, obviously, but everything came out clean. One thing I did was I taped certain things together. The two wires for the left turn signal, the two wires for the right turn signal. I taped the negative and positive wires together just so I know it helped me organize it better so I can install it. So, and again, all you had left was the blue to the blue and the red and yellow, which is the brake light, to the yellow brake light. And it made it much more simpler. As you can see, I used painter's tape. So just a tip, but let's go ahead and test it out and see if it works. Much better. Left turn signal looks good. Right turn signal. Oh yeah. Much better. All right, folks, that is it for the modifications on the 2019 Yamaha Bolt. I appreciate you watching. If you have any questions, please leave comments down below. Please like, share, and subscribe. And always rip the ride. See ya.